Hey, you two, this is React City. I'm Randall.
And Rose!
And what is this, Rose?
This is To Your Eternity, episode 12, 13, 14. I almost got it, 14.
Mm-hmm.
Last time we left off, Fushi is sleepwalking.
Yeah.
Yes.
And throwing up on the wall.
Yeah.
Yes.
And all the soldiers now know. Pretty much everybody knows who he is now.
Yeah, so he's just walking in the open.
Yeah. The civilians were also stopping to look at it respectfully.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess they know that this is Fushi the Immortal now.
Yeah.
Secrets out. Hopefully more secrets will get out. Because we still don't know what's up with Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's annoying me, but I've come to accept that these things are just going to be left to the end.
Yeah.
Maybe let's see what's in the end of this episode, guys. Remember to hit the like button. Remember to hit the subscribe button. Also, check out the Patreon in the description to see these episodes a whole week early, as well as the uncut version of these episodes. And also check out the description to see the link to our merch store. Let's get right into the show.
Discussion!
It happened!
I love that this is the way it happened too. Like I knew it would have to be some weird conversation for Bond to be the one to reveal it, so this was a great way for him to find out.
Yeah. And now I'm sure Bond will never reveal it, and he's just going to see March walking around. It's like, what the hell is this?
But I mean, do they know?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the ghosts, do they know that he has this ability?
Oh,
like,
yeah,
that's what
yeah.
happened, because they can see, right?
They were there
He had a conversation with them before they left Uralis, remember? Bond, when he was sitting in the dark room by himself after his...
Oh, you think that was them?
Yeah, because he was talking to somebody.
Okay.
And plus, they were there for that redhead resurrection. So they would have seen what happened. But also, so the bodies that he was talking about, Nando, the one whose spirit is probably not here.
No.
We haven't seen him in forever. March, the little girl, and old man. So it's like, of all three of these people, they're all pretty much worthless.
Except for the only one that's here was March.
Yeah.
There's the mole, which is definitely not here, and there's also Sandal, who we also haven't seen, but we've seen Toneri here.
Yeah.
But we don't know if that is because of the proximity she was in when she died.
I think so. It's because she was nearby. All of the ones that he has following him were all near him when they died. But yeah, March is here. So the next question is, does she remember everything, or is she a clean slate? Did she lose all the memories she had as a spirit?
Story-wise, for right now, which one is important? For her to remember, or for her to
Just wander around.
where the heck am I?
You know, she might end up like just. It would make it more interesting if she just ends up wandering around like clueless, and someone takes her into their house or takes her near the castle. It's like, take her to the castle, and then by the time she gets to the castle, like she barely swooshies, like, you know, like at the most inopportune time.
Fushi, because he's in Fushi mode.
Right. But she would be there at the most inopportune moment, basically.
And
or
plus she recognized him because she knew him back then.
Or he as he appears somewhere else out there, he just happens to bump into her there, and then it's like even more inopportune because he can't protect her out there.
Yeah.
I'm thinking she doesn't remember everything. She remembers like her death up to that point, and she's just freaking out. So people are like, this bleeding little girl here, take her to the castle. But Fushi starts to lose people, and they're dying all around him, and he's freaking out, losing hope. He falls back, he sees March, and he realizes what he can do, and then that gives him hope. Something like that.
That could work.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I just want us to get to the point now. But I'm glad we're finally in the action. But we're a long ways from the end.
Yeah.
Like a lot of
6 episodes.
Yeah.
So, is it all gonna be the battle? Maybe like most of it is the battle, and the last episode is Fushi chewing Bon out for not telling him.
Or Bon is dead.
Or who's that?
Bon.
I think Bon's gonna die.
Yeah.
I think they're all gonna die.
Yeah. But the point was to bring them back alive.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So, I don't know.
But the battle is starting, and Bond still has not said a word.
No.
Yeah. I am waiting for this explanation. It's got to be one hell of an explanation that Bond has for the reason he didn't explain this before. Aside from just the selfishness of you're going to leave me.
And he also, in this episode, we kind of jumped to the end there because it was just so epic.
Yes.
He has a conversation with the Black Master because he can see him from the very beginning. I thought he could only see him that one time he showed himself when he was asking him like does Fushi know about this? Because the way he looked, he was like, oh my god, I see him. But it looks like he's seen him from the very beginning.
Yeah, from first moment he met him, he could see this thing walking around.
The Black Master, yeah.
And he described him as he's a defect. So occasionally there's people who are just born with the ability to see spirits. They're not supposed to, but they can.
Yes. So maybe. So how did Tonari?
What?
How did Tonari what?
Find him.
She searched the glow.
Yeah, she's just like there. It's gonna be somebody who can see ghosts, or maybe she was wandering about there before.
I would think that she was just wandering about the globe looking for people, and then this kid was like,
hey.
"Nice headband."
Yeah.
You? She's
Yeah.
like, that's. I'm taking that.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, or even just because the Black Master referred to him as just a defect or whatever, it was planned in some way. Like multiple things are true at the same time. Like he considers him a defect, but he did want them to meet or something. Maybe. Because he's never talked about Bon as a problem, really, or he's never even talked to Fushi about it. So I feel like if he didn't want him around Fushi, he would have said something or done something. Because he's done something. I can't remember the instance, but he's somewhat interfered before, hasn't he?
The Master?
No.
Just to bring him back from rock form.
Yeah. But yeah, so I guess Messer was just thinking this thing is causing all these problems. It keeps itself hidden for a reason. Perhaps if I kill it, it's in a vulnerable state.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first time he's seen it. He doesn't know what the Master can do.
Yeah.
He just saw him appear in a room.
And as he hears that he wants Fushi to replace him, and he can see how he's being right now, it's like evidently this thing's not good. You know?
Very unfeeling. And it's unfortunate that would be the direction Fushi is heading, especially because we see he's feeling everything right now. I think, and he also referred to the fact that the farther away people were from him, the less he felt.
Yep.
So you could see that developing into an ability to distance yourself from what you are attached to.
Yeah, I don't blame the Master for the way he is. If he felt the entire world, he would become like that sooner or later.
Yeah.
But...
And I think it's probably a long line of them, too.
Probably.
What if the Master is like somewhere in a location somewhere on the Earth? But he's just like projecting himself in
just like Fushi.
Like Fushi does.
Possible, but what makes you think that?
Because Fushi.
Yeah.
It would make sense. Hide your original body somewhere. Or not original body. He is the whole thing, right? Maybe
That's the question. Is he the whole thing? Because Fushi... the knockers would attack the Master guy if they knew if he was just somewhere in the Earth, his core. So he must be somewhere removed.
The thing is, I was thinking he's not anywhere now that I think about it, because the way Fushi functions, where he can move himself and wherever he is himself, he is active. He can't be active in multiple places. Yeah. So it's not like he has a core placed in one place and he moves himself. You know what I mean?
Not yet.
Maybe not yet. But I'm thinking the Master literally, just because look at the animation, exactly the same. Yeah. When the Master comes in and out of the ground and Fushi coming in and out of the ground. Yeah. So the only thing that's different is Fushi does that thing when he switches forms.
Spirally.
I think he's literally the same thing. Yeah. And the Master, I don't think he has a core because he is the Earth. Yeah. Like, I think so. He doesn't have to have a core. Like Fushi doesn't have to have a core right now. Yeah. His consciousness is just in a body because that's what he's used to. He could be the building if he wanted to be.
I'm thinking something happened for them when the Master took over. Like he had to make everything over. Because remember he was saying all of this might be destroyed or will be destroyed. Okay. Excuse me.
Yes, if I remember correctly, the exact words were, you need to be able to preserve the world. And that's pretty much all he said. Yeah. But it wasn't that... Yeah, I can see if perhaps something in the past destroyed this world at some point in time, but I didn't necessarily see it as there is a present danger of the world being destroyed. Perhaps, a little theory I thought of while we were watching this, the knockers could be, in a way, an antibody to the Fushis or the Master, and as time goes on, the worse it gets. And so you need to reset, so to speak, so that everything's clean again, maybe. Because the knockers were just as weak as Fushi was when he first came
in the beginning. That's true.
It doesn't make any sense that they're this powerful.
So
only
fast.
When Fushi showed up.
So fast.
Yeah. So they're new too.
Yeah. So something is up here. This whole story is getting so convoluted.
But we also learned a little bit about the knockers.
Yes.
Is that they communicate by emotions, and that's why they hate bodies, because
They have a lot of
bodies
pain and
introduce
bad
pain and suffering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they think of the body as the source of all that, so they want to get rid of it. And they're provoked to fight or to cause a ruckus when there's some strong emotion.
A certain emotion.
A certain emotion, yeah.
He said emotion in general, but there's something that triggers
them, yeah.
Which would explain the attacks on those villages off screen.
I wonder what it is.
Well, if pain and suffering is evil to them, there's something really painful or some extreme suffering that occurs that draws their attention, I guess.
Yeah. I'm trying to find maybe there's a hint of something, but I can't see what the clay people and the people at the water village would have in common.
I mean, it could just be a normal human emotion, just a lot of them, but kind of piling up at once.
Yeah, I don't know.
Depression. And kill them.
Depression.
Yeah. So, I mean, we already kind of knew that the knockers didn't like bodies and whatever. And then the knocker arm thing is like he's scared to die because he doesn't know what's on the other side, right? So I'm thinking that perhaps it's...
I thought it was that he was scared to detach from Kohaku because he doesn't know what to do next.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it was?
That's what I was saying. Yeah, he was. He's just been there building his plan for so long. It's changed him, and it's changed the way he views everything. Now he's scared to go anywhere. Like, what's going to happen when he leaves? Because this is a big experiment. He's never done this before. To exist in a human without taking them over.
Yeah, I think it's probably that the knocker thing. It even looks like more part of Kohaku as time goes on.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if it's that since he's been with people for so long and he sees their whole experience and not just the fact that they have pain and suffering every now and again. Maybe he's changed his tune. He's like, this might not be so bad.
And that's why he's the traitor to the other ones. The other ones don't think he's the same anymore, which he's not. But I wonder if there's is there a middle ground between these guys and humans? Because I the more we see and hear of the Black Masters, he is right that he's neither devil nor spirit, because he's just in the middle with no emotion.
He just
exists, and he doesn't care about the pain and suffering or the case of the knockers. He seems like he wants to understand them.
Yeah.
He's looking forward to when Fushi takes over so that he can become a soul and understand, but then you can't come back and tell anybody.
No, I didn't make that connection. Yeah, so he said the only way to understand him is to die, and then we talked about the whole, so you want Fushi to become you so you can pass on, so maybe, in the end he wants to understand knockers.
Yeah, but what if the knockers are all the past Fushis.
The failure of life.
All the past Black Masters. I don't know. It's just, there has to be some sort of connection between this whole cycle here. Especially if he finds out and understands them when he becomes a soul, or when he becomes a Phi or whatever.
I'm wondering if Bon or one of the other guys are going to be send me in, brother. Let me skydive into the world of Phi. Let me figure this out with the knockers or something.
The problem with that is, just as the master says, you kind of, I don't know if you still exist. Well, I guess so. When you change into Phi, I think
vessel.
you're the same as when you go into another vessel that you kind of erase.
Yeah.
Change.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it's possible, but it's how do you come back from that?
Yeah, I don't think you do unless you have Fushi did the whole body thing, which is the whole issue of Bon not telling him, because there's a whole other side of this, that conversation that could be happening that Bon's just not allowing Fushi to have. But yeah, so we also met the father of the princess.
Yes.
Seems like a okay dude.
Very chill.
He's ready to die.
Yeah. She's like, should we put the fate of our whole kingdom in this person that you've heard of for the first time?
I'll support you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You do that.
Ain't my problem. I'm just sitting in this chair enjoying the good life. Yeah, and then we also see Poco
Coming back.
shows up for
With all the
something.
people.
I
And
really
Iris.
want to see her again.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I know.
I don't hate her, but it's just like, what are you doing here?
And it
Yeah.
almost looked like they gave us like a whole quarter episode of her.
I was thinking maybe they were just using her to like get an update of like all the kind of things that we're doing to prepare for the knockers.
Maybe.
Just like a quick run through.
Yeah.
Instead of doing a montage. I guess that's more interesting.
And also a little bit more of Poco's personality of constantly trying to find a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She almost found one in Hyro, but he was ready to die. She's like, oh, okay.
Interesting. Yeah. With Kahaku, she's like, I like your face, but I hate your insides.
That was so funny.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Oh gosh.
I wonder if she might have like a thing like bond, a defect, where she can sense things maybe, because it's just a weird way to phrase it. I hate your insides.
I wonder if it has something to do with the knocker. Like, does she know about the knocker in his arm?
Yeah, she did, because she asked.
Right. So maybe that's what she's talking about, or she could just be talking about his personality, because in the beginning he was.
Oh right, she did see him chase Fushi down.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
Yeah. But it is still a weird way to say it. But it's also her. So.
Yes.
She was also there for the whole saga of seeing how traumatized Fushi was when he kept making advances on Panora and Fushi threw up. She was there for that.
Yeah.
So that would have disturbed her as well.
Yeah.
That's the second time you said something I said.
Is that,
That's exactly what I said.
I thought you said the chasing down thing.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, that's what you're talking
That's the
about?
scene,
Oh, okay.
To be honest, they both sounded like two different things. So
Keep
I was
them in.
nodding along.
Keep 'em in.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think that's everything up until March is alive.
March is alive. Oh yeah,
And Fushi's playing there.
I just want to add, what was the point of Iris and Chabo poking their heads in and then going away?
Oh,
like
yeah.
story-wise.
To be on their way here so that they're possibly in danger away, going away. I don't know, because of like one line going through a curvy, pathway. Chasm thing.
Of some sort of valley.
Did not seem safe to me.
I genuinely think they're padding it because.
Oh, it could be just padding.
Yeah. I think the whole Bond seeing the spirits thing is a massive sticking point, and the attack is also a massive sticking point, and everything in between doesn't really matter. And so they have to pad it out to get to there because, again, 20 episodes is not a normal number for a season. I think they just needed to stretch it out. I really do.
That's true, possibly.
But also, it could be, if we're being generous, it could have been that maybe they wanted to remind the audience of this relationship here, so that Bond's eventual probable death feels worse.
Maybe.
That is an entirely possible.
Yeah. They didn't really do that for me though, so.
Yeah. It just kind of annoyed me, the fact that they were here.
Like, why? The only moment that it was almost like, okay, was when Iris wanted to say something, and then of course she doesn't. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna go.
But then Bond was like, I'll definitely come home. So he kind of half saved the moment.
Yeah.
Yes, this is true.
But yeah.
Yep. I mean, that's all I have.
Yeah, same.
And then March is alive!
March is alive!
I'm so looking forward to seeing what she's gonna do here. But yeah.
Why didn't... Oh, right, he doesn't have Gugu right now, right?
Oh yeah,
I was like,
Gugu.
why haven't you stationed Gugu anywhere? But he doesn't.
He doesn't have Gugu. Didn't he lose somebody else? He lost Gugu and I think he lost
He
Perona.
lost a couple of people. He lost Perona.
Tonari.
Yeah.
I think he lost
Uzui.
Tonari he lost. Yes, he lost. No, yeah, that makes sense because
The poison resistance.
yeah, those would have been really good fighters to have. Of course, he put the little child. Oh, that's why. Because
Well, she's good at climbing, yeah. Well, guys, maybe we'll figure out more about March in the next episode. Guys, remember to hit the like button, remember to hit the subscribe button. Also check out the Patreon in the description to see these episodes a whole week early, as well as the uncut version of these episodes, and also check out the description to the link to our merch store. See you in the city.
Bye.
Bye! Oh, bye!
Just thanks to our patrons: Alexander Dietz, Crows VA, James Lee, Q-Book, and Luis Rivero.